Bills the Razor.
Tell me something good, Bucket Bills. What's going on? What are good things going on? Here's that good thing.
Share with the class.
Which is to share the class. Looks good.
I don't have to buy shampoo.
You what?
I don't have to buy shampoo.
Okay, there you go. There you go. That's a positive.
My-
Guys, we do this every week. Every week.
Well, this bucket fill a personal note that the office was closed yesterday and my daughter actually still wants me to come have lunch with her at school, so I did that and went for a bike ride, so
It is fun. And it was beautiful out yesterday. Like, it was really nice out. Awesome. What else? What else we got?
On Zoom, Obi says under contract with a buyer and my listing under contract on Monday.
Fantastic.
I'll bucket fill Courtney and Jacob. They've already got the Christmas cards and everything all set, ordered, delivered. Well, not delivered yet, but getting close to. So
I
we're
was like,
ahead.
Actually got my first holiday card, by the way, last week.
Really? Thanks, you guys, doing awesome. And then the Brahma team, we're always kind of helping each other with different contacts. So thank you always for that.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Chris.
I've been hitting the ground with like just networking with people like in person. And this morning I had to choose the lesser of two evils where I usually go running at 6 a.m. with a coffee shop. And then this morning there was the chamber networking. So I met a lot of great people at the chamber this morning instead of doing the run. So it was good.
Nice. Awesome. I think Bob has something fun to tell us. What's good? What happened in your world? Right on time.
Mostly on camera, so
Oh.
it's all good.
That's so awesome. So awesome. I want to thank the leadership team last week and everyone in the office because we were out on Thursday afternoon and on Friday. And we went through a lot of stuff. And it was really fun and there was a lot of perspective. And we're really excited, I think, all of us are for next year and kind of what we came up with. And it was a good time. It was a really good time. And we had it at my Airbnb, so they got to see that a little bit. And and thank you guys for your patience that we were not in here during that time period. And we're excited to share what we came up with in probably about a month or so. Anything else? Yeah.
I thank Derek for letting me hold his property open last weekend. I door knocked the neighborhood. It's a beautiful area. Made some good contacts. It wasn't a slammed open house. I wish there'd been more, but it was good. And I'm just grateful whenever you get a chance to do, and especially its first weekend on the market, that's always a win. So thanks for that.
That's awesome. Is he on? No, he's not on, right? No. Well, yeah, but you never know. You never know. If pops on randomly on these calls. All right. Moving on. So this week, we actually have Bethany Nelson on Thursday at 11 a.m. to 12:30. It's in person and via Zoom. Again, November is kind of our wealth building month. So she's going to teach kind of wealth building for agents. And kind of what she does as well as how she preps that, I believe, for her clients. Because I don't know if you guys have been in here when she's been in here. She's talked a lot about how she can turn their current properties into investment properties and then help them buy another one. That's actually turned some really great leads for her versus trying to get them as a listing and then a buy. Because if she can make them money, she's been also getting referrals from them for other clients to sell and buy as well. So this is one that you guys should definitely show up to on Thursday. Any questions around that? Anything I missed on that? Okay. Our happy hour is at JJ's Clubhouse, and that is next Tuesday, November 19th. Any specific topics that you guys are focusing on, Ray?
Not yet, I just am realizing bold is on Friday, but should probably keep it, right? Keep it where it is.
Yeah, on Tuesday.
You know, we switched happy hours to Tuesday because bold.
Oh, no, we are keeping it. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize what you meant by that. Yeah. No, that's great.
Well, we'll think of something, and, this is Sherry's idea, JJ's Clubhouse, so if you like it, tell her, you don't.
I'm pretty sure they have full tabs. Is that correct?
You have bold tabs, yeah, the happy hour is good.
Done. There's full tabs.
But-
Doesn't even matter.
It's so funny, Bob and I were just walking down the hall last Thursday and I'm like, Bob, we need to have a happy hour at JJ so we can get Jeff to come.
There you go.
Oh, and Jeff will be there immediately.
Yeah, oh, then I get the
Stack of
email.
days. Yeah, with a stack of full tabs.
We did have fun last time we were there.
We did.
Yeah, we did do it that one time. It was a lot of fun.
All right, and then we've got Derek. I just love Derek's. When he comes back on November 21st at 11, and that's in person and via Zoom, and his is completely different than Bethany. So if you're like, oh, I should go to one and not the other, you should go to both of them, because his is really and truly about building his net worth. And if you've talked to him or if you haven't talked to him, he's been building this over time, single family home by single family home, and has done different strategies in order to do that, and replace his income essentially for real estate. So this is a great class to go to as well. Hey, the you guys all got the holiday party invite, did you not, last week? I was pleasantly surprised that in like 2 days, there were a ton of RSVPs. I have not looked today yet. So you do have a +1 with that. It's gonna be on Thursday, December 5th, 6 p.m. at Birches on the Lake. We have some fun things. We've got an artist coming. It's gonna be a good time. Do you guys have any questions around that at all? We say appetizers, right? Light appetizers. It was pretty heavy appetizers last time, just FYI. So I'm guessing it will be similar to that as last time, because I felt like they were very heavy appetizers. Questions? Awesome. Chili cook-off. So there's question marks here because we're curious if you want to do a chili cook-off and if there will be participation in a chili cook-off, because it's not as fun if there's only 2 chilies. Or it is fun and, you know, one person wins, one person loses, and only half of us eat. So who wants to do a chili cook-off this year?
And the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, correct?
27th, correct, yep.
Wait, or would we do it Tuesday?
We probably do it Tuesday, the 26th.
Tuesday before the week of Thanksgiving. Who would
Who wants to do it?
I'll do it.
You'll do it? 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're doing it
Lunchtime, right?
lunchtime, right after
The
this.
team meeting
Yes?
after.
Chili cook-off?
We'll do it.
Okay, all right. So we are gonna do a chili cook-off. No, you cannot. You cannot leverage cherry for the cherry, Rick, or for the cherry for the chili, Rick. He's like, oh, we're cooking chili.
No.
What did it-
Yeah, my wife will make good chili. And her husband does too, so Bill will cook and Tina will. We don't have to.
Look at it. So Tuesday, the 26th, chili cook-off after the team meeting.
Get a sign up sent out.
Perfect.
Sign up sent out. Perfect.
I already have the winning chili, so
You already
Oh,
have the winning
Butler has the
chili.
winning chili.
John already says he took the cake.
I have no idea what's in it.
You know what? Other food, other than chili?
Someone could
Oh, yeah.
bring some bread.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
want
yeah.
bread or dessert.
Yeah.
Dessert, yeah.
Lovely.
And we'll put
Yeah.
it on a sign up sheet, so you can bring anything.
What are those Frito Lays? Someone always brings Fritos.
The Tuesday.
I'll bring the water bottles.
Very perfect.
There's a lot of things that I have strengths in and some things are not cooking. So.
Lydia will send that out today, sign up sheet.
Awesome. Perfect.
Yep, people
Someone respond?
Not typically what.
Want to talk about the code of ethics?
Yes.
This is important. This is important.
So code of ethics, 58 people in the office need it, and we have a good number of people who have signed up already, so that's awesome. If you have questions, if you need it, you can definitely ask me. If you do need it, I have sent you emails. The Minneapolis Association of Realtors has sent you emails, so if you haven't received any emails, you probably don't need it.
By needing it, that means, do you still want your license? So it's not like, ooh, you need it, like, it's fun. You, like, to have your license, you have to take this by the end of the year.
Do you know how often we have to take this?
3 years.
3 years.
So yeah, and then, so yeah, if you haven't received any emails, you probably don't need it. You'll be in the next rotation that comes up, so.
If you take the class, get it.
You'll still get the CDs,
you'll still get
however, when you need it, you'll have to take it again.
And
It
this-
won't count.
There are tests you have to pass.
I'm not sure, you're gonna have to find out. If we go to the next slide. That's for this one. So mark your calendars, just put this out on the radar. The time is kind of weird because it's, you know, a 3, like almost a 4-hour class. So they need to start it at 10 instead of like the usual 11 o'clock time. But we will be offering the required module for a super discounted rate of $30. And we'll send out that sign up coming soon. But that will be held on January 8th, which I believe is a Thursday. Here, are you gonna do it again?
No,
We won't be offering it again, but
yeah, it's easy. And that's required.
This is, yeah, that's for everybody,
Everybody.
right? Yeah, that's the like annual or whatever required module. Speaking of this, you wanna know why we already know this? Do you know what we did last week? We created the entire year's calendar with everything that you ever wanted and needed, whether or not it's events on the calendar, trainings on the calendar. So that will be released. So when we have things where like, I don't know where to plan or what to do, those will be released actually each quarter. We're gonna have it 1 quarter ahead. So all of our trainings will be put out on time, including all of the team meeting topics. And what they're around right now are planned out accordingly, except for the things that'll come up obviously with the market. So the office runs as a business as well. So that means that you guys could do the same thing, which makes you feel really good about the new year. And you already have your required module in. Derek here.
Oh,
Okay. Just, yeah.
But you can.
he still has the busters going, the
Yeah, they're all through.
and the appraisal through the end of both, so.
Which is November 22nd. So you have 1 more week for that.
And Scott's not here either, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry.
And Scott's not here. Do you want me to say who it is? Is there something said, or are we gonna do this on a different meeting? So I'm not sure what Scott was gonna say, but the cultural award he gave to Nina. And I think, you know, for various reasons, she obviously is someone that kind of follows the Keller models, follows the Keller culture, and gives back and cares with her heart a ton. I know he had some specific examples that he was gonna share, and he did not share that with us, but I'm sure he will, in the next meeting.
yeah.
All right, welcome. So we have Sherry, we have Andy, Aaron, and Obi. I think Obi's on, Andy's here. You guys introduce yourself already, potentially?
Can you?
Yes, a little bit.
No, I have not. Amanda has not.
Amanda hasn't, but she's not on there. You can introduce yourself.
I can be on the next slide.
The next month, you'll introduce yourself next month. Okay, she'll do that next month.
I can introduce myself.
Do that.
My name is Amanda Brown. I've been an agent since 2015 when I met Kami a long time ago at the Lakes office. I also met John back then. And I live in Linden Hills and I work in like the Minneapolis and first ring suburbs. So love to network with all y'all.
And you came back last month, right?
I think it was like the end of September. Yeah, but I was still traveling.
Yeah.
You were on a vacation sick.
I was in Europe very sick, but who cares about Florence anyway?
Just from the rooftop.
Yeah, that's all I could do, just from the rooftop.
I think Obi wanted to introduce herself. She's on Zoom.
Hi, good morning. My name is Obi. I moved from the Integrity Lakes office because I made a recent move here. Background is I am a veteran and my people are healthcare workers, service members, and I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you.
And you make beautiful clothing.
Yes.
Don't forget that piece.
Yes.
Awesome, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so congratulations to Jason on his first listing, Jordan on her first listing.
Yay.
Yeah, that's where all.
I was like, this is for you. I know, we've got like props now.
It's under contract too, so that's good.
Yay.
Well, then when she closes it, she gets another one. And then Sean with his first closing.
Yay. Even better.
Big one.
Yeah.
I should hang it after inspection.
Ah, there you go, there you go. Don't jinx it.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations to our cappers, Sherry, Rick, and Maureen. Also, Maureen, this is her first time capping. So it's a really, really big deal. So when you see her, congratulate her because there's been a lot of hard work to get to here, and she should be really proud. So congratulations to everyone, and a special congratulations to Maureen.
There's certificates up there too for everyone too, for Sherry and,
First table,
oh, sorry, Amy, I didn't know they were on here.
Guys, you can't have me do two things at once.
I know, you're
here.
right.
Like,
But yeah, certificates for congratulations on capping.
come up and then we like a weird awkward hug thing, and then I can't.
Oh, yeah, she capped in.
She capped in 1 month. Well, she probably capped in like 1 day. Did you cap in 1 day?
She did cap.
She did cap in 1 day. I was like, she actually did. That's awesome. That's super awesome.
Right down.
I wanna be Sherry.
I know, right? I want to be her too.
Okay.
All right, October numbers. So as always, when you see these numbers, again, if there's ever a mistake, let us know. And I know I say this every single time, but again, you're working with numbers and it's coming from multiple places. And also, the numbers only reflect the active listings when you have the listings come up. So if you're like, no, I had 3, but 2 of them are withheld, that's why, because only 1 of them was active. And if you have questions around that, let us know. Hey, remember, and when I do this, you have to clap, all right? Because these are exciting numbers, and sometimes people are the first time on there and they're really excited about the numbers, so make sure we're clapping. So for top individuals listings taken, Scott Nagel with 2, Paul Hillman with 2.
Yay.
I think this is the month where we've had the most individual agents taking listings in a long time. So that means quite a few different things. 1, we're putting the work in, right? And 2, there's more and more listings that we're taking market share with. So good job. Listings taken volume, we got Julie Johnson with 1.9. How about you? Paul, Obi with 320, Nick with 275, Joe with 254, Scott Nick.
Yay.
Those are also interesting numbers, by the way, in regards to like where our average sales prices were, which is a good thing, right? Because I think there was a long time that we weren't getting a lot of listings that were in those ranges, and seeing those numbers is a huge positive, I would say, for anyone that's in the price ranges between that 150 to 400. So close volume. We've got Colleen Schultz with 2 listings. Close GCI, we've got Colleen Schultz in the number 1 spot, at Colleen 2, Jordan 4, and 5. Right, so top individual teams, listings taken, we've got Cole & Company with 3. Volume, Cole & Company at 1.4. Closed volume for top individual teams, Jose Hilario with Close GCI, we have Basin Real Estate. Top teams, listings taken. Daymarie Enterprise with 4. Management with 1. In the listings taken volume, we have Daymarie Enterprise with 2.6. All right, so closed volume for listing for top teams, we've got Sorrento team at 6.5. Closed GCI, Sorrento team in the number 1 spot. Enterprises. And then the group sales, we've got listings taken, got the Homers group with 9. Okay, so we've had the most, I would say, individual agents taking listings. This is just a ton between the teams and the groups taking multiple listings in regards to inventory. So I'd be really interested when we get to the other numbers, what that's looking like right now and having a discussion around it. Listings taken volume, Homers group at 9.1.
Who is Lake and Luxury?
Yeah.
Drive.
It is.
Yes,
Oh.
okay, got it.
Got Cobra Driver Best and there's some, Blake. Got some Blake.
Closed volume top groups, Homers group at 11.9. Closed GCI, we got the Homers group in the one spot. Those are huge numbers there. Those are huge numbers. All right, so commercial, we have listings taken, the me and commercial team. Yeah, as well. All right, so this is always a fun one, right? We essentially take a look at our market center, which is KWLM, the MLS, and then our area. So I think last month there were only the same things that were negative as this month. So I'll be interested to see what the numbers look like when we talk about that in regards to how we're outpacing them. If you're wondering what our area is, it's down below what we take and pull those numbers from. So closed units, we are up by 17.9, almost 18%. The MLS is down by 0.26 and our area is down 3.2. What do you guys get from that number alone? Not a trick question. The numbers of us outpacing the MLS and our area, what does that mean?
Unit.
Enclosed unit.
Those are huge numbers. That's not just like taking market share, that's massive when our area and the MLS are both going backwards and we're up 18%.
The difference there too is that you're not depending on the market, right? So we are not ebbing and flowing with the market in regards to units. if you're outpacing by that much, that means that you're taking market share while either other people are getting out of the business or they're just not working or units are completely down, right? So you're not allowing that to make your business go down.
I think a big part of this, what I'm hearing from lots of friends and colleagues that are in other companies right now is that the consistent presentation of the market, and that's that it's absolutely dead. It's quiet, it's spooky, it's dead. And that's what everybody's saying, but we're not.
I'm like, we just had how many listings that were taken? I'm like, there's like, that's interesting. Where's that perception coming from?
All of those numbers on the right.
I'm saying from that, right? Because you guys are obviously still calling your sphere. You're obviously still lead generating at some point and able to like make this not a dead market, right? What do you think we are doing differently than they are? I mean, there was like 6 listings taken, 2 listings taken by individual agents, 3 listings by teams, 4 listings by teams.
I think it's 3 things. I think it's education, which clearly we're providing an extraordinary amount of it, which keeps people motivated, which includes things like bold, right?
Yeah.
Well, the other is mindset, which I've already mentioned. And then I think the third, which is extraordinarily unique here, is camaraderie and working together. You know, and it's not just, you know, getting other contractor referrals and stuff. It's literally us talking to each other about all of our listings and constantly communicating, doing open houses together. I mean, our open houses, we fill as many as we can, but we're also bringing other people in.
Yeah.
They're feeling this is just constant movement because we're all collectively working together. And we're trusting other realtors to do a good job hosting our open houses and so on and so forth. So.
Awesome. All right.
The other thing you gotta remember, our numbers are in those other 2 numbers. So you pull our numbers out, where the MLS and area would be without us in it.
Maybe even further down. Closed volume, we are up by 26.3. The MLS is up by 3.5 and the area is up by 1.7. Listings taken, we are up by 27.5 and MLS is up by 6.3. The area is up by 5.6. Listings taken volume, we're up by 46.3. MLS is up by 12.3. Area is up by 12.9. Listings sold, we are up by 16.8. The MLS is down by 0.26 and the area is down 3.2. Listings sold volume, we're up 25.7. MLS is up 3.5. Area is up 1.7. And then my favorite number is always this next one, right? So we are up 26.6 for contracts written. The MLS is up 3.2. The area is up 1.9. So maybe next month they'll end up being in the positive, right, for closed units. But us being up that again only means that our closed units will be even further outpacing theirs. So it's not like we've just stopped either, right? So we're building on some sort of momentum that we have, so that next month it's going to be even greater. Questions around that part? Contracts written volume, we are up 40.4. MLS is up 8.5. Area is up 6.5. So I think we can tell units, right, are always kind of in line, but then the volume is still up. I'm curious your thoughts on that as we just saw quite a few more listings coming up. Where do we think that volume, do we think it's going to stay the same? Do we think it's going to shift? What are your thoughts around that? Wendy.
So I was doing my daily recording of numbers. Yesterday marks a low that we've seen. We're only at 6,400 in the 7-county metro area. We're, as of, October, we're at 2.2 months of inventory. So we're still soundly in the seller's market, but we're seeing that overall pricing, the median sales price is up 2.7.
Can we stop there for 1 second? So we're still in a seller's market and I cannot tell you how many things I saw online in the last 4 days from agents across companies saying, now is the season for deals, blah, 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 right? Because they're saying that sellers still negotiate right now because we have so much inventory. That's
The other
great.
part of that is days on market. So I was looking at days on market yesterday, median is 20, average is 42. That is, we're back to, I did a 5-year look back, we're at 2019 numbers. This is like something normal. But because they've been used to an accelerated market, I think sellers feel panicked when we get to something normal. And then they are more willing to negotiate. But as of last month, we're still at 100% of sale price.
To my point though, right? So when you know those numbers, how are you able to guide your client differently than putting them in a panic? Right? So instead of them having them panic when they know that days on market are higher, they still have the power to negotiate, right? Granted, you're gonna do completely opposite on the buy side. However, as we just saw all those listings coming up, that does not mean that your client can still not get what they want for their home if we don't have that much inventory. Correct? And now that the objection of, we're waiting to see what happened after the election already happened. Obviously, people are still waiting to see whatever is gonna go on. However, right, that objection is off the table, right? So now it's on to whether or not they're just focusing on rates or whatever it is. Thank you, Wendy. Do you have something to add?
It does. I don't know if you mentioned, did you look at the amount of price reductions?
Yeah, price reductions are down, but even so, I mean, sale price to original list price is still on average 100%, or on median is 100%, average is like 99.8. But price right, we're seeing
We
expedited.
also had that conversation last week about price reductions, right? I think it was, Ben, were you guys the one saying that you weren't doing price reductions currently? You were holding tight?
Right, we're holding a little longer, yeah.
Holding tight on that because of, right? I mean, we've used this in time before too.
Is it gonna sell before yours?
I mean, that's what we're trying to help.
Anybody?
Is to sell rates for yourself. We're seeing here.
You know, it's the volley.
But I mean, it's gonna go back to, right, when sellers are saying, hey, why is it just price? What else are you doing, right? What else are you doing to get my house sold in these 30 days? If it's just, oh, it's priced inappropriately or it's priced too high, shame on you. That's not the only reason, right? We've been talking about reverse offers. We're talking about how you're actually marketing the property. And I think we might have forgotten how to do that, right? Over time, or some of us have not actually ever had to do that because we haven't had our license long enough to be in a market where you actually had to market past 14 days. So I just think these numbers will be interesting in the next few months on inventory, days on market, and volume. All right, next slide. Year over year comparison. So it's going to compare our numbers from last year to this year. So closed units, we were at 87 versus 71. Closed volume, we were at 48.4 versus 35.3. Listings taken, we took 68 listings versus 50. Can we just talk about that? Where does our gap? Can we talk about that for a second? I did not bring those numbers in. Heather, do you have those from our meeting? I think we needed 58 listings by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
So we had some really fun things that we looked at because we were reflecting on our goals from last year. And we hit a few of them and we have a gap in a few of them. And one of them is listings taken, and our gap for November and December to hit our goal is 58 listings. I truly believe that we can take 58 listings between November and January to hit that goal. And then we'll have hit actually quite a few of our goals this year, and we'll tell you all about those next. Yeah.
That's active on the market.
Active on the market, correct. Yep. So listings taken 68 versus 50. Listings taken volume, it was 38.9 versus 27.1. Listings sold, we sold 40 versus 34. Listing sold volume 26.6 versus 18.5. Contracts written was 88 versus 61. That's a really big number. Both of those are, I mean, just listings taken, closed units, and then contracts written, the difference is pretty large, quite honestly. Contracts written volume 49 versus 30 million. And then closed GCI, we have 1.3 versus 930. Profit share, we had 622 versus 0 the year before. Questions around that at all? Or those numbers, Jelena?
Contract written, is that pending? What is that number?
That's when you submit your commission staff.
Okay, so it has to
That's
go
our-
through command.
Yep, that's our contract written. But if you look at the previous screen and noticed on the lower, I mean, still the contracts written is incredible, but no, it's when we record the commissions tab. Yep. So it does involve command.
There also could be ones that
Are not recorded.
because they're not gonna close for a month, and that means that it's not gonna go in until 29 days. Maybe a month and a day, who knows? Who knows? I mean, I'm not saying that's how
And
everything
that's
works.
the eighth month in a row that the agents have grossed over 1 million a month. So
I mean, this has been a really big year for GCI and I mean, quite honestly, a lot of the things, I mean, listings taken, I mean, we aren't even that big of a gap for units closed, which was a really big stretch goal. And we're not that far off from that either. So, I mean, if you feel tired or exhausted, I mean, there's probably a reason for that, right? And it's a different kind of tired or exhausted than it has been for the other 2 years. Because the other, 2 years prior was just the constant running around and the showing buyers and kind of the hustle and bustle. You've had to put some work in this year. You guys feel that? Do you feel a difference? Are you proud? How many are you close to hitting your goals this year? If not, already hit them.
Oh, we are as an office.
I'm
thinking some of you have been, if we are as an office.
I'm just curious if some just don't know, because they don't track, so they're not really sure. I mean, I think there's quite a few people that are, right, in different areas. I think that, if we want to be really honest, right, a lot of people hit their GCI goal this year and just stopped or saw that coming faster than the units, right? And that's what you believe matters, right? Because it's in your account. However, when the market shifts and that's the only thing that you're tracking, that's going to be more of a uh-oh, right? And I think that's been a common theme with most of the people that I've been coaching is, yeah, but we've crushed our GCI goal, right? But we are only 60% of our units goal. Great, and imagine what your GCI would have been if you would have hit your units goal. Imagine what you could have done for you, your family, or whoever else if you would have hit your units goal and not taking your foot off the pedal.
I just want to say one thing. I listen every morning to the Pivot Shift call, which is a national kind of mastermind thing. And I think that that is really helpful for perspective because other markets are in a different place than we are. And if you need ideas about how to market, because there are others now that have definitely moved into a buyer's market in the country and what they're having to do for their listing, the ideas, things that they're employing are key, and it's gonna help keep us one step ahead. Right now, I get where we are. On the other hand, what we're seeing on the coast and in a couple other markets can help prepare us so that we stay ahead of what's.
Well, and the other piece to that is I shouldn't use the word always, but there's micro markets, right? So even when the Twin Cities gets hit like other areas and the market shifts, right? And it goes to a buyer's market or whatever else happens, there are still markets inside that market that sustain. And that's where the opportunity is. And that's what I think you have to think about as a real estate agent is no matter what, there's opportunity. When stuff like that happens, guess what happens? More investors come into the market. You better know what you're talking about when there's more investor buyers. Why? Because that's where you're going to make your money, right? That's who you're going to help during that time period. Because the conversations with sellers can be a little bit more difficult and it can be a really long close.
I'm just thinking that one of the other things that happens this time of year, every year, as we start to talk about the holidays, we get really excited, and start looking forward to the time off with family, with kids, come back from school, whether it's, high school, grade school, college, and just those times to be with family. That is fantastic. It is also one of the very, very best times to get new business. I've taken Bolt 8 times. I've only taken Bolt in the fall now, this time of year, because of what happens during the holidays. So many people you're communicating with so many people. A lot of people are thinking about what they're doing next year and what their plans are next year. And if their plans involve moving, they want to talk to somebody now and you're around them. So now is an opportunity to start scheduling those listing appointments to get the home prepared, for whether it's going to be, early spring or mid-spring that they put it on. So we're seeing a lot of people kind of, I call it coming out of the woodwork, right? Big client base, and they're reaching out and they're calling and saying, hey, it's time to talk before the holidays because we want to do it. We want to make a big move next year. So big encouragement to keep going, enjoy the holidays, but now is a really good opportunity to get new clients.
Not only new clients, I just was cleaning out stuff in my house this weekend and I came across all of my old real estate stuff, like a lot of it actually. And I had like stacks, and I know I'm not the only agent that did this, or maybe I am and I'll just, be the only one. But it was like, we had all these client events and there were stacks of papers where it had notes of them in it, or it had the pumpkin. You remember the pumpkin event? And they had these postcards. It had the address. Like I strategically sent these out when I was an agent. So it had the address. Even if I didn't know the name of the homeowner, it was homeowner at 46, blah, 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 York, right? But then on the back, they had to fill out their name, email, and phone number to get a pumpkin. So this weekend, because I have nothing else to do in my life, I was like, oh, I'm going to put these into my command, right? Which shockingly, my assistant back then did most of them. But there were like 120, well, not shockingly. I mean, like, she was actually really good. I meant like, I didn't know that she did that. Like, she did a lot I didn't know, which I also found out. There were 120 of them that were not getting marketed. One is my new neighbor now, still my neighbor, but I had given her a pumpkin 6 years ago, had no idea. And I was like, I'm just going to email this woman and be like, man, you were at my pumpkin event 6 years ago and now we're neighbors. Like, I guarantee we all have this as agents, right? That go back and see if they're actually in there. And if they're not, or if they still live there. I went back and I was cleaning out stuff for my daughter's preschool thing and it had like a directory. I was like, I'm putting all these people in there too. I didn't at the time because I was like, ooh, they won't know where I got the number. Well, now they really don't because that was like 16 years ago. But it's still the same email, but they don't live in the same place and I didn't help them move. Because I never marketed to them. Like, I know we have these things, right? If you have family, if you have work parties, you have these capabilities to put those into your command. We're just too scared to do it. Or maybe if you're like me, I was too lazy to do it. I had enough business coming in that I didn't feel like I had to do that at all. And I guarantee I'm not the only one that feels like that. Because we felt like we're always so busy and we've got so much on our plate. When in reality, you really don't. You put stuff on your plate that doesn't need to be there. Or like the book I'm reading, it says that you actually just don't know how to manage your time, which is a really big gut punch, but it's true. All right. That's all we got. Oh, We got
we
spin the
mentioned-
wheel.
I forgot the slide for the holiday or for the client party.
Oh, do you want to chat on that a little bit, Kelly?
Yes. It is still available to sign up. The
Okay.
party is planned. All you have to do is invite your people and show up. Let us know that you're coming. Show
How much
up.
does it cost?
$50 to participate.
When is it?
It's December 6th from 11 to 2, and like, bring a tray of cookies.
That's my birthday.
Hey, and what all is off? Are there like pictures with Santas?
Yep, pictures with Santa. We're gonna have some craft tables. There's like snacks and hot chocolate. Bethany's team is gonna have the hot chocolate bar again. We'll have apple cider. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Who's all signed up for that? You should sign up if you aren't, 'cause it's a really easy event and you don't have to
Your
even think
clients,
about
yeah.
it. It's an easy event for your client and it's a touch. So even if they don't, I don't know if this was in bold or what it was. It's not about how many people show up. It's literally reaching out to them and being like, hey, I'm having this event. And then usually when they don't show up, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry I couldn't make it. Right? Now that's another touch. And you're like, no worries. Yada, 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 and talk about whatever else, right?
There's a lot of other people there that you could take videos of and pretend they're your people and post it on social media.
And the other win is if they don't show up, you didn't have to buy a wreath, right? So you saved money, but you could still have an event that you invited them to.
Yeah,
And
and
wants
the
and needs before we do the wheel.
agents give out different things, so you don't have to feel like you have to give your gift. Like, it's not like you come in and someone's like handing everyone something. That part is more discreet in the matter that each agent is just talking to their people. So don't feel like you have to have a gift if you invite them to come.
Well, they could just be there and enjoy
Yes.
what's going on
Yes,
there and get a hot
exactly.
chocolate and get a photo. That could be what yours is because you could just send them the photo afterwards.
And we do Toys for Tots.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. All right, let's do wants and needs, but do not leave because anyone that's on this list, we're gonna do spin the wheel. So wants and needs, new listings, buyers, anybody needs an open house or giving an open house.
I have a buyer in Edina under 3.5 million. If you know anybody I should talk to, please give me their names, or if you have something, please come talk to me. I have an off market in Edina. In Countryside, 2.5 million off market. It's a 6-bed, 5-bath, 3-car garage. Beautiful dialed entertainment yard. New construct, what? 2020. New, yeah. Know anybody? Come talk to me. Or agents that I should talk to.
Ooh. Are they looking at me by now? Maybe.
Have them come through.
It's really pretty.
Kami has seen it. It's beautiful. She'll buy it.
I was like, all right, what else? All right, we just had a ton of listings. I know you got buyers out there. Any other listings? No? Okay, send nothing to Lydia by 2:00. And we'll send that out with any wants and needs, by the end of the day. If your name is up here, come up and have a chance to win some money. Are you doing Homer's 9?